To our president, Dr. Mary Thornley, dignitary guests, staff, family, friends, and especially to my grandparents who are watching me live, Linda and Herbert Gadson, and fellow classmates. My name is Quati Woodberry-Gadson, and today I stand before you as you sit before me as a soon-to-be Trident Technical College graduate of the class of 2021. 2 years ago, before I embarked on my journey as a human services major at TTC, I was a senior at Goose Creek High School, anxiously preparing for graduation, without a clue of what my next move would be. I knew without question I wanted to help people, but how? Did I want to peel their brains all day as a psychiatrist? Or did I want to work through case files as a social worker? Or did I want to sit up every night writing opening and closing statements as a lawyer? So after much research on how much schooling and money would go into any of these degrees, as well as a real heart-to-heart with my mommy, we dedicated an entire evening scrolling through the internet for a learning path that would suit and highlight all of my career aspirations. I gotta say I thank God for Google, because that is what led me to consider what TTC had to offer. At the start of the fall semester in 2019, I was filled with excitement and absolute confidence in the decision I made to begin my Trident academic career. I had just finished my introductory classes when the pandemic destroyed everything that was familiar to me. I no longer could speak to my instructors face-to-face. I no longer could drive to class and enjoy the thrill of participating in group discussions. I no longer could hang out with my friends in the cafeteria and enjoy spending time with them. And worst of all, I had a million questions about FAFSA that were unanswered. So I had to put my big girl britches on and figure it all out myself. But I didn't regret it. I embraced it. I learned a lot during this time about my ability to prepare myself for real-world obstacles. So by the end of spring 2020, my new normal made me feel ready for the world, or at least the world behind a mask. My instructors were sincerely instrumental in helping navigate through the virtual learning process. I had a million questions, and they had a million answers in emails. Without a doubt, the value of student achievement and academic excellence shined through it all. Dr. G and Mr. Cashton were my absolute favorite instructors. They kept me enthused and engaged every single day. And even though we no longer were meeting face-to-face, neither of them ever closed their open door policy. Because of this, it was easy to take advantage of time away from friends and fun and dedicate every ounce of my focus to my schoolwork, as I have 4 Dean's List letters to show for it. I won't lie to you though. There were times when I slept through a couple of Zoom calls and turned in some assignments past the due date. Nevertheless, I didn't allow a little laziness to deter me from my goal. My human services track require I secure an internship and rack up 150 hours of community interaction. Now for sure you're thinking, there is no way this girl got 150 hours in during a global pandemic? And you'd be absolutely correct. I got 300 plus hours in and spent 28 spectacular weeks with a nonprofit organization, Charleston Promise Neighborhood. During my time with CPN, I volunteered and donated to several food and clothing drives, as well as schools and homeless shelters, helped facilitate several community projects, and committed numerous hours to research on the grant writing process. So needless to say, I was a pretty busy bee, and for all the right reasons. I was even awarded the opportunity to be featured in an ABC news story about my endeavors with CPN in my community. And now, to top it all off, I have the honor of going down in Trident Tech history as the first student from the Human Services program to have ever been chosen to be a graduation speaker. So, as my time at Trident, as well as my speech, comes to an end, class, I want to spotlight each and every single one of you. We have faced some serious challenges seen and unseen. In 2020 alone, you've encountered loss, home, and maybe even a loved one you've lost along the way. Despite it all, you never lost sight of the goals you set for yourselves. So I want to thank you, each and every single one of you. Despite it all, again, you never lost sight. So thank you for challenging every challenger. Thank you for turning every obstacle you faced into an opportunity to strive for success. Thank you for never allowing any doubts, what-ifs, fears, or anything else like that to deter you from your goal and discourage you. We have exceeded every expectation and have set the bar at an all-time high. Class, today marks the beginning of the next chapters of our lives. And based on what I've read and skimmed so far, it's gonna be an awesome read. Congratulations to the class of 2021. We did it!